The Nephilim. Tyrael sent me to find you. Malthael has taken the Black Soul Stone. You must come with me.
People are dying in that city, lad. I won't abandon them.
But you and Tyrael need to form a plan. We must find Malthael.
Tell Tyrael I will meet him in Westmarch. Go!
It will be done. I swear it.
Going to die! She's coming to kill us all!
No!
I watched in horror as the guard was struck by the maiden's magic. I heard the sound of his screams until his flesh had dissolved to—
Damn it! The gates!
Those gates are bound by a spell I cannot break.
I must get inside this city and stop the killing.
Malthael's fallen angels have brought death to Westmarch, raising an army of reapers from the city's slain defenders. Once, these men and women were our protectors. Now, they are our executioners, scouring the city for every living soul and putting them to the sword.
What is it? It's the end of the world. So many have been killed and the Reapers are everywhere.
And there are no survivors.
General Torian was defending a group of refugees at the old Zakharoon Cathedral, but they're likely all dead by now.
Wait, you're the Crusader who saved Bastion's Keep. You'll save us too, won't you?
I will. I swear it.
Keep moving. I think we lost her. No, no!
No, with demon blood must die.
Demon blood? Those were innocent people.
The shadow touched me, and darkness spread across my vision until all I could see was blackness. It gave way to a pale light that sapped my strength. It seemed so easy. Instead, I drew upon the last of my will and fought back. Color flooded back into my sight. The shadow was right before me, and I drove my spear through it. The Revenant Shield Guards were once the personal guard of King Justinian IV. Appointed to the position for bravery and skill at arms, they accompanied the king at all times, resplendent in their ornate armor, wrought by the finest craftsmen in Westmarch. But most spectacular were their shields, which they unerringly employed in the protection of their king. As Malthael has imbued them with the ability to sense the living, Revenant archers do not rely on their vision to find their targets. There is no place safe from their sightless gaze. They will find you through stone, wood, and even the ground itself.
Defend the church! Repel these vile reapers!
We found you.
Tyrael, why are Malthael's armies attacking Westmarch?
Because he feeds on death. Every time his reapers kill, he grows stronger. And with the prime evil gone, Malthael believes this is the perfect time to end the eternal conflict.
Humanity has nothing to do with that war.
But we are descended from demons and angels. When Malthael looks at us, he sees demons.
The church! All the refugees are inside! Follow me! Akarat's Bane! This is worse than I feared.
What is that?
A death mate! Stop her!
Nephilim, your soul will be mine.
We must do everything in our power to slow the Nephilim down, so that the collection of souls is not interrupted. It is the key to Malthael's victory.
Let's end this madness. Where is Malthael?
I know only that he is not in Westmarch. He could have taken the Black Soul Stone anywhere in creation.
But why does he want the stone? Is there any way to find out?
There may be. A sliver broke off when Malthael took the Soul Stone. Perhaps by studying that sliver, I can learn his plans.
Then you study the sliver, while I save this city from the Reapers.
They thought they would be safe in here, but they were trapped.
I've heard of the Haradrim, but I thought they were long gone.
Tyrael rebuilt the Order to help him take the Soul Stone from heaven, and to protect mankind. After all, you can't be everywhere at once, no matter how powerful you are.
Malthael, my brother. He was wisdom, leader of our council, first among angels. And now, he has become this.
How did it happen?
After the destruction of the World Stone, Malthael's mood darkened, and he left the heavens frequently. Then he disappeared completely. He must have developed a connection, no, an obsession with human souls.
Well, however he came to his madness, he's got to be put down. Death is meant to free our souls, not devour them. This sliver of the Black Soul Stone will reveal Malthael's plan to you?
The sliver is still connected to the Soul Stone, As the stone changes, the sliver will change too. Therefore, I can observe what Malthael is doing to the stone, and if we're lucky, even discover his plan.
General Torian, what was that Death Maiden doing in the cathedral?
She was creating an orb that turns the living into Malthael's death creatures. A single orb can transform hundreds of innocent people every hour, and my men report 2 more of them out in the city.
Soul crucibles. With 2 of them, Malthael has an endless supply of soldiers.
Then I will destroy these crucibles and cut off Malthael's supply of troops. The soul crucibles turn the dead into reapers?
Sadly, yes.
The Death Maidens look like angels.
Their story is as tragic as Malthael's. Once the vanguard of his wisdom angels, they followed him down the path to darkness.
All trouble shall pass.
At long last, a hero comes to save us. That won't bring my wife back, though, will it?
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets. I barred the doors and then squeezed through the back window to escape. But I'll have to come up with something more exciting when I write my official account, won't I?
My wares.
Did you grab the jewelry at least?
Harold, those monsters were about to kill us.
Well, I would rather be dead than poor.
He saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
I can't believe we're still alive. And it's all thanks to you. I thought we would die in that foul-smelling place.
Making a sale?
Cormac, you seem troubled.
For too long have I lived with the knowledge that my order tortures its initiates and twists their minds. I need to know how high this evil reaches. If my whole order is corrupt, what does it mean to be a Templar? What am I?
An honorable man who dedicated himself to a cause he believed righteous.
But it wasn't, was it? The guilty will answer for their transgressions. I swear it.
Well, the world's under attack and people are dying everywhere. It must be time for us to go on another adventure, right? If there's treasure to be had, then I'm in.
It is good to see you again, though it seems like we are only brought together in the worst of circumstances. But I suppose if times were better, we would never have met.
I'm dangerous with most of these, you know.
You ask, who's to blame for this doom? All
Did you know there were once 2 moons? Lyria is the one that is no more. I think it's time I told you the whole story of Zai and his master, the god of desire, Durgist.
You mean you are ready to tell your version of the truth?
Dirge's jewel has appeared again, and the time for secrets is over.
Then you're finally ready to tell me if you were a god?
I know who is responsible for this. It's the poor. They've summoned these monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
What's that noise?
Is there anything on your mind, Hadrig?
Yes, actually. I was just remembering what happened in New Tristram after the falling star hit. I've never seen Mira so scared. Leah came by later, telling us there were wounded men at the inn.
And your wife still went to help them?
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Rakus was a clever man, after all.
Westmarch originally grew from the efforts of the great General Rakus to spread his religion beyond the realms of the East. Seized by the superstitions of the Zakharum faith, he drove his paladins relentlessly across the barbaric western lands, subduing the uncivilized tribes he found there. Ultimately, he became king of them all.
How? God isn't hear me coming.
Someone came for me, after all this time.
The cranky blacksmith named Hadrig was complaining about the noise.
Bloody miracle! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I owe you both.
Come with me. It's safe, and we've still got a little food.
For a moment, I heard one of my sister's voices. I could not make out the words.
Each day, I feel the weight of every Crusader who has borne my name. So I think I understand your burden.
My sisters are gone now, and I am the last memory of a world long since forgotten.
You do not know why your sisters died. That is why they stay with you.
Remember that noise I heard? It was that lad you rescued.
I'm Bryson. I came here to see your friend.
And now he won't go away.
You saved his life. You're stuck with him now.
He is. I'm going to repay Hadrig by helping him with his work.
And I told you to stay away from my forge.
I grew up over by the docks. Not the good part of town, but it's what my parents could afford. They died when the plague swept through a few years ago, within hours of each other. Like they had to stay together. I used to hate them for leaving me, but now, it's a relief they didn't have to see all this happen.
Why would the angels do this to us?
What are you saying?
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the High Heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
All know the reputation of the exorcists of Westmarch. Those spiritual warriors specialized in removing demonic possession. By custom, they arrive in darkness, clad in cloaks as black as the night that conjured them. They work in secret, extracting the demons that dwell within their subjects. Now, Malthael has turned, and they roam the city in their inhuman forms, stripping the souls from all they encounter.
Light be damned.
Help us, please!
Can't thank you enough. You saved our lives.
Not yet.
Is there something going on between Irena and Cormac?
Are you interested in her too?
Oh, she's very sweet.
The attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
I require more wrath.
Civilians are behind this door. I'm not opening it until the Reapers are all dead. Civilians are behind this door. I'm not opening it until the Reapers are all dead. Been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There's a survivors enclave near. Everyone over there.
as I charged, but this one stood its ground, staring down the arrow's shaft through lifeless, empty eye sockets. Even as I swung my blade to take off its head, the thing loosed another shot. How can we fight an enemy that has no fear, nor thought for its own self-preservation?
Save my friends.
This is all Justinian's fault. Some king he is.
King Justinian must have fled the city by now. It's time for the people to rise up!
This is the worst possible time to turn.
I encountered the most troublesome bats in the caves outside Westmarch. My companions and I had sheltered there with the intent of organizing my many records, when the miserable creatures appeared and tore several of the scrolls to pieces. Truly, the world shall be a poorer place for this lost wisdom.
Thanks for helping, but this isn't over. The king has failed us all. If you don't believe me, read this. His private journal.
Where did you get this?
Well, let's just say it's from someone who cares about us common folk.
I'm so weary. Why did you have to die, brother? I was never meant to be king. The nobles threaten revolt to bend me to their will. They will abandon me if I don't keep the peasants in their place. Oh, my position is hopeless.
Get away!
After Malthael's disappearance, the Angiris Council appointed his most loyal servant, Urzael, to find him and bring him back to the high heavens. Urzael, accompanied by the sect of maidens who were Malthael's closest followers, set out to find their absent king. They never returned.
What's happening here? Doesn't make sense.
Make your peace quickly.
is on!
Phantasms are unlike any spirits I have seen on Sanctuary. They bear a resemblance to lesser demons, but the souls of demons are always reborn in the hills. I suspect the Phantasms may be the remnants of some early Nephilim, those born more demon than angel.
make your peace quickly.
Treasure did they have? What went on down here exactly?
Can't carry anymore. I'm returning to town. Bad luck for you, friend.
The repository of bones, commonly called the Plague Tunnels, were originally used to bury Westmarch's indigent. However, when the Great Pestilence struck, the city decided the tunnels would serve just as well for plague victims, lest Westmarch become overwhelmed by the ever-increasing piles of the dead.
Stings.
I can't believe you did that!
birthed these golems from the blood marsh. Their bodies were formed from the water and earth of the marsh itself, while the venom of the marsh creatures gave them life. Their very skin seems to burst with the poison of this land.
Patience. Light be damned.
Those Westmarchers were on. Seriously?
men are pinned down in the courtyard, fighting revenants. Please help me rescue them. Do you know why this is happening? It's madness!
Get your men to the Survivors' Enclave in the courtyard of the Zakharum Cathedral. Go!
Riches!
Make your peace quickly. Cower before Zakharum. The Reapers did not do this. What happened here? More dead.
Death to the nobles!
What is this?
Revolution! It's time for our oppressors to fall. The king is in the city, but we have a trap waiting for him.
This city is under siege. Why would you attack your own king now?
What? You're not with us? Then die with our enemies!
Lord Winton, we are thrilled that you have located a surviving regiment of soldiers. With this new force, we can turn the tide and save our city. Your disagreements with the Crown are well known, but we are glad you can put them aside in this dangerous time. Long live Westmarch!
I snuck her out back. Through the bookcase.
In the alley? There are bandits or worse out there!
Caitlin! Oh, I thought you abandoned me.
No, dear sister. Never. Come with me now, Mia. Mother will be so happy you're safe.
My bag is full. I need to go back.
If there were still people here, I'd show you how to steal a coin purse without missing a step.
I did not find Malthael on Sanctuary, but I did find humans. Far too many of them. They murder and cheat one another while allowing their brothers to starve. If their true power is ever released, we are all doomed. They have a choice between good and evil, and they overwhelmingly choose evil.
Maiden controls the Soul Crucible.
You're right about that.
Yourself, mortal.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. He's watching you.
I grew disgusted by humanity during my time on Sanctuary. When at last I found Malthael, I was not surprised to learn that he felt the same way. We will cleanse creation of the scourge that is humankind, and when we are finished, the tragic mistake of Anarius will be gone.
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out there.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
The seraph was on me before I knew it. The mass of its bloated flesh soundless as it floated above the ground. When I finally noticed it, I could not move. It was as though I was trapped in a waking nightmare.